Hollywood, how an orange grove became the capital of dreams. Hollywood wasn't built for cinema. It became cinema. Today, Hollywood is the global center of film and entertainment. But in the early 1900s, it was nothing more than farmland. Orange groves, dusty roads, silence. No cameras, no studios, no stars. Just land, waiting for a story. The escape that changed everything. At the beginning of the 20th century, the American film industry wasn't in Hollywood. It was on the East Coast, in New York and New Jersey. But there was a problem. A powerful man controlled it all, Thomas Edison. He owned key patents for motion picture technology, cameras, projectors, film equipment, and through the Motion Picture Patents Company, he controlled who could make movies. Filmmakers had two choices: pay Edison or stop filming. But some refused. They didn't fight him directly. They ran. Monumental Valley Scene. The move west. Independent filmmakers fled across the country, all the way to California. Why? Because it offered something they desperately needed: freedom. Far from Edison's lawyers, close to Mexico if they needed to escape, and most importantly, perfect weather. Sunny skies almost every day, natural lighting for filming, diverse landscapes, mountains, deserts, oceans, all in one place. It was the perfect natural studio. And so Hollywood became their refuge. The first studios rise. By the 1910s, small film companies began to settle in Hollywood. Temporary sets turned into permanent studios. Then came names that would define an industry: Paramount Pictures, Warner Bros., Universal Pictures. They weren't giants yet. They were risk takers, building something that had never existed before. An industry based on imagination. The birth of stars. At first, actors weren't even credited. Studios feared that fame would give them too much power. But the audience changed that. People wanted to know the faces they saw on screen. And just like that, the movie star was born. One of the earliest icons was Charlie Chaplin, a silent actor, who became one of the most famous people on Earth without saying a single word. Hollywood had discovered something powerful, not just storytelling, but influence. The golden machine. By the 1920s and 1930s, Hollywood exploded. It became a factory of dreams. Movies were no longer experiments, they were business. Mass production, global distribution, massive audiences. Studios controlled everything: actors, directors, scripts, even personal lives. It was called the studio system. Efficient, profitable, but also controlling. Hollywood wasn't just making films anymore, it was shaping culture. Crisis and reinvention. Then came challenges: the Great Depression, World War II, the rise of television. Each one threatened Hollywood's dominance. But Hollywood adapted. It always did. Color films, sound technology, bigger productions, stronger storytelling. Every crisis forced evolution. And each time, Hollywood came back stronger. A global power. Today, Hollywood is more than a location. It is a symbol of fame, success, influence. Its films reach every corner of the world. Its stories shape how people think, dream, and imagine. Final truth. Hollywood did not begin with power. It began with escape, with filmmakers who refused to be controlled, who traveled thousands of miles for freedom, and built something new from nothing. An industry, a culture, a global force. Final line: YouTube impact. Hollywood is not just a place. It is proof that sometimes the greatest empires are built by those who choose to run.